Hey guys, it's Dr. Ryan from Infinite Wellness Chiropractic here in Edwardsville, Illinois. This is just another video that we're throwing out there, putting on YouTube, going to share on Facebook with everybody we care about, love, may know about us, may not, still be friends, I don't know. But one question that I always get all the time is, what do you do for your kids? What type of things should I do for my kids? Fortunately, and also through some hard work and some tough nights, fighting through some colds and whatnot, we got a pretty healthy kid, knock on wood. She's awesome. We love the heck out of her, and she's just the coolest little thing ever. And I get it, it's tough with kids. She started kindergarten this year, and so there's certain things that are out of our control, but there are some things that are still in our control, at least for a little while longer. And so I was just going to give you guys some helpful tips that at least that we've used that really have worked well for us, and can hopefully work really well for you as well, for your family and for your little ones too, just to help them stay away from things like digestive problems, chronic ear infections, sinus allergies, asthma, all the stuff that a lot of these kids nowadays are getting. And please, share this information with everyone that you know and love and care about. Even if you think I'm full of it, this is the way that we've done it, and I don't do it on willy-nilly. I mean, these are things that I've researched the heck out of, because I don't put anything in my kid that I haven't researched. I mean, I want to make sure she's as healthy as possible, and that we're doing everything that we can do to keep her as healthy as possible. So, obviously, all of these are important. Some are a little more important than others. I even got some of the supplements that we give her just to refresh my memory on some of the things that we do. So the first thing we always want to focus on is food. We want to make sure that what she eats is as healthy as possible. Trust me, I know, and the older that she gets, the harder it is. But we want to make sure that, that we keep the sugar down as much as possible. We don't do a lot of, even fruits. We try not to do a lot of high fructose fruits. Things like watermelon, things like that. I mean, definitely, I've never seen anybody get fat and sick off eating too much watermelon or pineapple, especially if that's the way they were raised. But, you want to keep that stuff to a minimum. I want to, Amanda does, for us as adults, but so we don't have a ton of it in the house, because there's only so much pineapple a little one can eat. But, we eat a lot of berries. We eat a lot of blackberries, but blueberries, strawberries, organic only with those, because those can be heavily sprayed. So those are some things that, and Collins just loves them. I mean, she just eats them plain for breakfast. Always make sure she has a healthy breakfast. Always try to make sure that there's a good protein source in there. If she, like I said, with a little side of berries or something like that for her, it's awesome. Try to cook our eggs in coconut oil or MCT oil, so that way she's getting good healthy fats in addition to the free range, locally sourced eggs that we're so fortunate enough to get through a patient of ours. So that's just, that's definitely a foundational thing. We try to, like I said, try to keep the sugar as minimal as possible. Again, she's going to get it. I understand. She likes ice cream. She loves Bobby's and Annie's and all that stuff, and which is fine. I get it. But, we try to make it a treat and not an everyday thing. Sometimes I get her pretty upset with me, because she's wondering why she can't have the ice cream guy's coming by, why she can't have this, that, or the other. And I just tell her, because I love her, and I just don't want her to get sick. I don't want her to have to be on medications or whatever everybody else is on sometimes. And I know that's harsh to say, but I want her to understand where I'm coming from, because I see a lot of folks out there that are my age, and even kids that are in their teens that are, they've just been put through the ringer because they just, they didn't know this stuff or didn't apply this to their lives. And so, again, I just want the best for her, and that's it. I mean, that's the only reason that we do what we do. And, we make exercise a family thing. I mean, you've probably seen posts on Facebook of us at the gym with Collins. I mean, she's always wanted to try to do pull-ups and CrossFit and this, that, and the other. And the reason that we do that, I mean, I've taken her on 5Ks with me, and I didn't even want to do them, but she wanted to run, and so we ran 100 yards, and then after that, it was just a belaboring thing to do. But the reason that we do that, and the reason that we're going to continue to do that, is because we want to make fitness a part of her life as much as it is a part of ours. And so we try to make sure that she sees mom and dad, because you know how kids are. They want to be like mom and dad. And so if you're eating good, you're eating healthy, they're going to want to eat healthy. They're going to want to exercise. They're going to be like, well, I want to do CrossFit. And, do they have a kids CrossFit? Some places do. Use it, or, take them, whatever. Just try to keep them moving, and not to the point where, you're doing something every night. And I know that can get a little crazy sometimes, but, just make it a part of their life. I mean, luckily my kid's still only 5 years old, so we don't have, things like basketball, soccer, and all that stuff every night. And if you do, and you can do it, God love you. But, just try to make sure that you're packing their lunch, you're packing their snacks. You're, instead of things like Gatorade, you're bringing them coconut water. I mean, they make sugary flavored coconut water, but at least it's something a little bit better. And you're just setting the precedent that you're different than, the masses. Hopefully your team will pick up on that and they'll do the same things, and then we'll have a healthy community just by default. But, those are just some easy things. Weekly adjustments, without a doubt. My daughter has gotten chiropractic, at least checked chiropractically speaking. We maybe missed a week or here due to a vacation, like I'm out of town or something, but without a doubt, once a week is what she gets checked. And there's always something going on. There's always a subluxation in there, and it is absolutely vital to her lifestyle, our lifestyles as parents. And we a lot of times make her come to the office to do it. If she's not feeling well, we amp that up. We may do adjustments once a day, even more, just to get that immune system boosted. Chiropractic has been shown time and time again to help with digestion, immune system, you name it, brain function, I mean, you name it. Even athleticism, I mean, coordination. I wish I had known about this a long time ago. I could have maybe been a little more coordinated, but that's a huge component. So if you don't have your kid getting chiropractic on a regular basis, without a doubt, I highly suggest it. I don't care where you're at. You can find somebody that will adjust your child within driving distance, and do it on a regular basis. Doing it until they're not sick anymore, doing it until they don't have a headache. You might as well just give them a bunch of drugs, because ultimately those subluxations those or others will come, and if they're not being taken care of and checked on a regular basis, I mean, my gosh, you're having them brush their teeth with fluoride toothpaste. Why don't you go and have them do that every day? And it's not because their teeth are falling out every day or their teeth hurt. So why wouldn't you go make sure that their nervous system and the thing that controls their entire body is checked on a regular basis? It makes sense when you understand the neurology and how the neurology works. And basically how that spine is actually, part of the control system, controls every single function in your body. So without a doubt, get them checked. Another thing that we do, and I know this is going to be touchy for some, and it's just, again, this is just what we've done, as we try to prevent any use of any medication or any pharmaceutical, basically at any cost, any human intervention. I mean, if we have approaches that we try to go natural all the time. We fought through some tough nights. Just got a low battery mode came up on the phone. But I mean, we fought through some tough nights, but we survived. Obviously, if I thought anything was even close to life-threatening or anything like that, we would definitely look at the medical model. But we've been fortunate enough to be able to use, and that's a slippery slope, and no judgment. It is what it is. Do what you got to do. Do the other things that we're doing and try to use it as minimal as possible. We've never used an antibiotic in the 5 years. God willing, we'll never will. And that will help to keep her natural flora in her stomach. And we don't use fluoridated water or chlorinated water. We have she drinks nothing but clean stuff, at least as much as possible. Again, because those things destroy gut bacteria, and the gut bacteria is the second nervous system, and it's very, very important that is intact. And we try to make sure she gets some probiotic here and there. We trickle it in through different things. Again, we just want her to be as healthy as possible, and the gut health is definitely there. Supplements, we're going to go through that here in just a second. Personal care products, things like shampoos and conditioners and toothpaste, and all of that junk that we put in and on our bodies. We try to make sure, we spend stupid amount of money on shampoo, and girls use a lot, and she's got long hair, and sometimes makes me gag to think that how much freaking money we put on shampoo on her head, but it's worth it. I mean, it's worth it. I don't want her to end up, you know, with some hormone issue that's unexplainable, you know, way too early, you know. And so, and hopefully too, this, again, we're just setting precedents for her, so she'll always be looking for these things. I mean, even when she goes to college, I will absolutely make sure that she's getting adjusted. I will call every chiropractor in that area to make sure she's getting adjusted. I'll send her money if we got to make sure that, and I'll make sure it goes towards shampoo and not any other college things. But hope that's a long way away, thank God. But, you know, again, we just try to make sure that we're doing as much as we possibly can. You know, there are more things that we can do, but those are some big ones. So real quick, I just have these here. I've got a ton of them, but this is just kind of the stuff that we've used in the past or use currently to help with her. Vitamin D drops. Always do vitamin D drops all the time. Try to do about 50 IUs per pound of body weight. I like drops because it's simple. She'll take it out. She'll squirt her mouth. It's all good. You know, and try to keep those vitamin D levels nice and high. I've never checked them. We stay on the little low side of dosage, but try to make sure that she's constantly getting that. It's the little choices every single day that make the big changes over the lifetime. You know, giving her vitamin D until she stops being sick doesn't, I mean, it may work, but it's not going to be the long-term solution. This isn't the same thing, but we do a little gummy. It's called Juice Plus is the one that we use for her. She likes it. I have Juice Plus people that I'm friends with and that come into the office, and you know, so we do the little gummies for her once a day. It's just a way to get fruits and vegetables in, and she likes it. Again, there's a little bit of sugar in there, but whatever. I mean, grand scheme of things, as long as she's getting some of those just to kind of staple, because she's 5. She's battling us on broccoli. I mean, we fight with her on broccoli. I mean, I even let her put ketchup on it, but I just try to make sure she understands you got to eat something green every night. You got to eat something green every meal. You know, make sure you're eating your carrots, you know, or your broccoli or this, that, and the other. And that's just a part of, oh, mommy and daddy do it, so you need to do it too. So she gets it. Omega-3s, we make sure to try to make sure she gets a lot of omega-3s throughout the day. If you didn't know it, omega-3s create your brain health or help to create brain health. And so we definitely try to do omega-3s on a regular basis. We do grass-fed beef and wild-caught fish, all that stuff. She likes that stuff as long as we put ketchup on it. Again, it is what it is. But, you know, so omega-3s is a big one for kids. So those are really 3 of the staples that we use. Like I said, I try to sprinkle a little probiotic and different things in. We'll give her a little bit of our protein shakes here and there. Try to do collagen protein. We'll do a little bit of whey protein as well. Always making sure that it comes from as healthy a source as possible, because that does matter as well, no matter what people in supplement world tell you that it may not matter or whatever. But another thing that within the last few years that we've done for her is colostrum. I give her a couple tablets a day, and she fights it down and follows it with water. She used to like it, but now that, you know, whatever, she's older and it doesn't taste as cool or good. But I try to make sure that we get her colostrum powder every single day. This boosts the immune system. This helps with gut health, to make sure that the gut lining is nice and tight. Then it helps to prevent leaky gut, even for kids. So trying like heck to do whatever we can to keep her as healthy as possible. And on those rare occasions that she does get a little bit ill or not feeling well, a couple things that we definitely have in our toolbox is, and I've done a video on this, but the silver psyllium. It's something that I really like. I use it on myself all the time. Sore throat, I'll squirt on my back of my throat and it goes away immediately. I know it has for her in the past too, because she'll be freaking out, and then I spray it on there and she chills out like within seconds, and then we'll fall back asleep. So this is a really good thing. Things like strep, all that stuff, these are natural options. Again, you can up the colostrum as well. You can up all those different vitamins that I was telling you about when they're fighting off things, just to help to boost the immune system. Again, adjustments are awesome for that as well. And then the other thing that we'll do is, like at night, if she gets a little stuffy, I know it, especially when the air dries out. I mean, we try to always make sure that the air is humid enough for her, especially during winter months. And so we'll do like a little humidifier a lot of times and put a little eucalyptus oil. And I'm sure there are a lot of other essential oils that are awesome for children. And well, I don't know a ton about it, but hopefully, you know, as I get older, I'll learn more. But those are some of the things that we do. Rewatch this, send this to every single person that you know that has a child. All of these things can be bought. All of these things can be done. It's not uber expensive, but it's absolutely worth it. God bless you guys and have an awesome one. Share this with everybody you know. God bless.